I just want to do a quick run through of what the things are looking like. Some of the petunias are coming back, like these wave blues right here are coming back. But all the purple ones, some of them are coming back, but very barely. The Mexican heather really spread out. Pentas and the dianthus still going. We've got this calabricoa thing coming back. A lot of times with the dahlia, I will just snap off a piece and stick it in ground. This one was one. This one behind the verbena was one. And I think some of the ones that have stuck have rooted well. So I've just been doing that, and we're gonna keep doing that. Here's this big ass flower. That is, you know, big. Huh? There's the aster. Let it settle. Crepe myrtle that's coming up from roots where it was dug up. Cool, whatever. The dianthus, the super cal, the alyssum, the lemon coral. Look at all the vinca. It's just looking great. Vinca, calabricoa, dianthus. The geraniums that were in a pot I put in ground, and they seem to be doing relatively well. I half can't see, so apologies for that. Annual dianthus I put behind the mums that are kind of exploded, and we love that. I have one, actually have two. There's one small one there, but there's a big coleus. I've got the vinca that are in pots just sitting on top of the ground. The one sun patient in the back. At this point, you're kind of late to the game, friend, but you know, I'll see what you do if you're gonna be given a chance next year at all. The zinnia, the tithonia, the mums, still the roses, the blush roses, drift roses, the blushing drift roses. This is the pineapple sage. Over there I have more of the roses in a lot of the pots. I'm going to be potting stuff over there, but for now we're just putting things in place. Mandevilla. Oh, some of the petunias and some geraniums over there. Still got the wave red with the lisianthus. The white lisianthus still going. Dianthus. A lot of these things are probably getting moved out. Here's the hydrangea with the lovey-dovey. I've got some of the purple passion vine that are just in here. This that I dug up out of the ground because it was variegated, and I don't know what it is. I'm sure it's just something that I've been taking out as weed this whole time, but whatever. This is still a thing. Look at the orange over there. Wow. So we've got the sweet potato vine throughout, the one okra, the Tiger Garden that, you know, when I sprayed it green, it seemed to fade off, but I guess it didn't actually fade off. It's still green. Interesting. However that works. There goes the lilac. We've got a bunch of canna lilies, some bananas here, also some nyame, and I think what are some peas maybe over here. I'm not entirely sure what they are. No, these are squash. These are a squash, and some nyame, like I said before. Over here, second tree ring garden. These marigolds really settled in real nice. And I think they're the best places where the elephant ear has done best has been this garden bed, which is interesting. I do have the one Cosmo. I planted in there. We'll see if it spreads, if there's enough time for it to spread. Back over there. Okay, a bunch of coleus. Maybe it'll come back next year. A lot of it mostly went to flower, so maybe it'll come back next year. We also see some at the base, so that's interesting. Some daylilies, some hosta, some begonias, the Persian shields, obviously. We flip over here. All the plants. Here go the volunteer polka dot plants, and these begonias that seem to have died. Maybe are putting up new growth, I don't know. But okay. Over there. There's like 3 over there. Hosta. And here's what this tree limb is looking like. So whether or not this survives next year or this is here next year, who knows? We'll have to see that next year. Maybe these 2 trees are, or this one is next to come off. There go my sister's monstera, one of them. More of the begonias. These begonias, it's rhodey pink, something red, are doing great, or have done great. These geraniums have done great. I think one of them seeded. Yeah, because look what's back here. This is in the ground. So that's great. Love that for me. I have to come in and weed some things. But here's one of her monsteras. And this is not a weed. This is actually my perennial dianthus. So I have to remember that and not take it out. But it fenestrated. Actually, the other day we had to dig it out of the ground and there it goes again, trying to put a root in the. Okay. Mona lavender brocanthus. This big coleus still that's hiding another begonia. Here's the heuchera. The sun patient, pretty much at this point. Another heuchera. All these coleus seedlings, all of them. My sister's burgundy ficus. She even has another coleus volunteer seedling in her. ZZ hydrangea. I'm not sure what this is. Maybe it's a pansy. That'd be interesting. Bunch of mint. Still don't know what this all is. But, okay. These plants, there's Devil's backbone euphorbia, I think is what it's called. Not spine, but I keep saying spine. Okay. On ground, we have a lot of things are happening here. So there's a lot of garbage or just wood, so ignore. But this, that was in the front. This, crepe myrtle. Okay. This abelia that was half off on clearance. Two of them are planted. Here's one. It's coming back. It's taking a while, but it's coming back, and we love that for us. I love it when clearance plants say, I'm still here. The daisy gardenia, the clematis that I expect to do really well next year, I hope. The other abelia that it didn't have a bunch of leaves yet, but I think it'll come back. I'm gonna hold out hope for it. Looks like a weed, but very pretty. Or weed, whatever. Other crepe myrtle. They had, they both put on some nice flower shows this year. Mandevilla. I doubt that'll come back, but it's there. I had 3 elephant ears. We only have 1 at this point. Not sure why, but it's life. Got the 3 hydrangeas. I think they'll come back. I hope they'll come back. I hope they just really settle in this year, and then next year they'll come back. Because we have, at least on 2 of them, some growth at the base. There's on the base here. Growth on the base there. That Sansevieria, I was going to pot it up, but I'm not really close at this point. Here are the vegetables I planted. Squash and a lot of beans. The beans are doing the best so far. We got squash, I believe are radishes, and then a bunch of peas. So I need to build some support soon enough. And maybe you need to stay on the watering of this, but it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so I'll be doing that today. The 2 figs were planted in ground. They seem to die. We have those brown on top, but there's a bunch of growth at the base of both of them. So I don't know about that. Aloe, my hydrangea. I need to come and not only cut the tops of these tree stumps, but also put the stump remover once and for all. There's the other fig. And then finally, we'll go over here. Okay, so this is an area that I had mowed down, and we still have a lot of random stick type things. They're like seed heads. Okay, these aren't the hardwood sticks. Okay. But grass, and then the rest of it is not grass over. So my idea is to plant the border with plants, and just have the grass like a sitting walking area type. So over here we have 5 of the roses. I think they can probably go a lot wider in distance because they kind of were. It was 3 of them initially on the side of the house on the other side. So they can go a lot wider. They can probably go the whole length of this, but we need more cardboard. And eventually I think at least if I don't have time to dig it up, what I'll do is I'll just get mulch to put around the base of all the plants. And then next season I'll be planting them in ground. We've got the daylily that probably could go in ground. The showy pink primrose. I think, so we've got the rose here that's blooming. Rose here has leaves, but it's not blooming. Rose here is blooming. I think that's all that's in the pot at this point. The rose there, Actually, don't know. It's there. I don't know if it's really alive or not. I mean, I still see some. We're gonna assume it is. We're gonna leave it and assume it is. That rose is still blooming. So I've got the little celosia here. I planted up my citronella geranium. A bunch. All the iris bulbs are over here or on the side over there, on the outside border over there. Some zinnias that pop up in places I don't want them. I plant them over here. We'll see if they come back. So yeah, this is this over here. Yeah, exciting times. But also look at how nice the area I've mowed down is, and how, you know, it looked really gray at first, really dry, but it's looking green again. So I'm not gonna go super regular with the mowing at this point as we're cooling down, but also we're not super cooling down here in North Carolina. So yeah.